So I've decided to take down the headliner from my 1985 VW camper van and panning all the different screws holding up the headliner. I've got some nice blue denim insulation to put up there to replace the fiberglass insulation. Kind of curious to see what other gunk is up there. And after prepping myself with a few YouTube videos, I thought I would try my hand at it. Let's see how it goes. As you can see, I've gotten down all the little screw covers, the little caps. They were dirty, cracked. Anyway, I know I can get new ones from Go Westy. And one other thing I wanted to show you is from watching those other YouTube videos, one of the gentlemen tore off this part of the whole headliner assembly. He ripped that. It was held together behind here by a bracket, not just a thin little screw. So when he got impatient, he basically destroyed this and had to make a new one. So who wants to make a new one of these when this one's perfectly fine? I'm gonna have to take these off and get into that bracket. Probably do the same to the one over here just to make sure, and then the headliner will come down no problem. We'll see. Okay, this is that bracket that I was telling you about. That's up in there, and I just took this down, not a problem. And let's get after that bracket. Whenever you're doing these van projects, you always encounter these stumbling blocks that just waste so much time, and they're just such an inconsequential, seemingly inconsequential step to doing the project. So I want to take out those screws from the bracket, and I'm congratulating myself that I have this nice, tiny, chubby little screwdriver here that'll just fit in there. No, it's not. It doesn't get to even the near one, let alone the far one. So I start trying to lower this whole thing, and I realize what a huge job that is. Now, the guy who is doing this on YouTube, he had a nice little Swiss Army knife. I thought, well, I got that. Of course, his had a Phillips head screwdriver on it. Mine only has a flat head. So that's not working. So I finally improvise, and I put a ratchet set together with one of my interchangeable Phillips head screws, and it's not a perfect match. It wobbles in there a little bit, but maybe I can get this darn bracket out. Let's see. Okay, there it is. The offending bracket is out. My nice little jury-rigged solution to that problem worked. I don't know why I do these projects whenever the temperature is above 90 and approaching 100. No idea, but those are my favorite days. Those are the days that are open in my schedule to always do these projects. And there's one other factor going on here besides the heat, is there is a god-awful stench of mouse in the van. And you know what? I've only had that one other time, and I found the dead culprit moldering in the bottom of the hanging clothes closet back there, and removed him. Problem solved. And this new stench is driving me crazy. So you see, part of the project is to get rid of possible places where the mouse has died. I am going to be just looking in every corner, replacing everything. So yeah, just more information. So I've got the screws off the front of it all off, so it's a little poochy. You can see I can pull it down. Still held in over here. I still have to get rid of this light. I know I'm supposed to just press in over here. I've replaced it with an LED at some point in the last year or two. And come loose. Oh, there's a whole nice collection of wires. I wonder if there's a way to angle it through there so I can just not disconnect all the wires if I don't have to. Some way to put it through in a slant. I don't know if that's going to be working. No, it looks like I may have to keep track of what I'm pulling off of where. So Let me work on that. So I'm going to use this as a little bit of a video record. I'm noticing that there's a single wire here on the outer part. So not focusing that well. There it is, just a single wire. But notice there's a double coming in here. All right, so I will just use this video as a guide. Okay, so halfway there. Got the two off and put some electrical tape around them. Once again, trying to learn from where others have made some mistakes. Apparently, a gentleman online forgot to do that, ended up shorting it out and blowing a fuse. So, yeah, better safe than sorry. It's taped off. I've removed this. It doesn't seem that there's any kind of the headliner attached to the actual shelf on this side. Obviously on the other side had the bracket. And I've pulled off all the screws, so now you can see it's really pooching. And you can see there's some of the insulation in there. It actually looks like it's in really good shape. I've seen some of the videos of insulation from some other people's vans, and that stuff looked nasty, but still, I want to put the better insulation up in there. So I'm going to go forward with the project. So here is the fiberglass insulation. And as far as I can tell, no dead mouse. Still, it'll be good to get rid of it. Okay, 1 bag, 2 bags, 3 bags, 4 bags of Ultra Touch green insulation. Well, it's actually blue insulation, but you know what I mean. It's green as in environmental. Denim insulation. So we will see how well this stuff works for me as opposed to that stuff. I guess my nose is only a few inches away from it, so it'd be good to have that instead of that. But here's the next stage. I'm gonna be a good boy, doing this more for my wife. All right, I'm doing it for me too. But she'd kill me if I was messing with insulation without my little personal safety kit. Got to get that respirator on. Probably breathed in enough crap in my life, don't need to add to it. So yeah, putting it on. You do the same. So there you can see it, being my own little surgeon here. Scalpel.